All right. Now, one of the guys on the show is Stuttering John. Why don't you go get some samples of his work, Gary, so we can explain who he is. All right.
Exactly.
Stuttering John is a guy who came to us like 5 years ago when he was how old, Robin?
22, maybe?
He started with us when he was 22, but he was in college.
Yeah, he was finishing up.
So it shows you, I mean, how many guys are still in college at 22? So you knew he was a loser. And we hired him sight unseen. And the reason we hired him sight unseen is because we heard he stuttered. And I said, anybody who stutters has a job on this show. Right?
You've really been here
That's
5
true.
years?
Have you been here 5 years? You've been here longer than Robin.
4.5 years, exactly.
4.5 years.
No, almost 5 years. Like July of this year, August, I'll be in 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
So he started an internship with us. And up until
he still hasn't passed it.
Up until like about a month or two ago, he wasn't even getting paid.
Yeah.
That's correct.
He just hung out with us and worked for free.
At this time of the morning.
And what was amazing, he seems to live a pretty comfortable life.
Oh, he's got it great. He's got it better than all
He's got
of
a couple of homes. He's always traveling. You never know where you can find him. Is he in his Manhattan digs?
I got a Manhattan apartment. I got my rehearsal studio on Long Island, and I got my mommy's house. I do most of my living.
And today he tells me, hey, I just made a whole bunch of money in the stock market. I invested in some stock. I told Jackie about it. He made $1,500 also.
Did Jackie make money?
Yeah, Jackie made $1,500. So all those guys who put me down can now shut up.
Yeah, but what about all those stocks that you lose money on?
I don't know what they are.
And a lot of times when you hear John stuttering, you hear another guy stuttering with him. That's Fred, who will throw him off every once in a while. All right, so that's another thing you should know.
Also, I'm signed to Atlantic Records.
All right, so John recently got a record contract with Atlantic Records.
Yes,
but
all along he told us he was a musician, right?
Right. But meanwhile, he had nothing going on musically until he hooked up with this show, and we still don't really get to hear his music. Where is this album?
Well, he keeps saying he's writing. He's writing.
Are you done writing?
I'm about halfway through it. If I say by spring or summer, we'll have the release.
I thought it was January.
Oh no, I said that's when I should. I would say by spring or summer.
Spring or summer, you'll have the release.
Yeah.
You don't want.
It's. I'm sorry. I'm like Gary. You got to. It's a lot of times it's a matter of timing.
Right. Matter of time.
Yeah, I would say,
A lot of times.
It's a matter of...
So the record is going to be called Stuttering John?
Yeah, probably. I would think so.
Not probably. They made you put that in the contract.
No, actually, we've been thinking maybe I should give the band a name,
Yeah, but you should call it Stuttering John because it's the only way anyone's going to know what,
Yeah, no, I said, like, featuring Stuttering John. You say one or not.
Why don't you just call the album Stuttering John?
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking.
That's what I would.
You know what I just found out?
Why don't you call it the band?
Are you going to appear in the video or no?
No.
No, all right.
Absolutely not. Why would I appear in your video?
I figure.
Why, so you can so I can get you on MTV as well?
I just thought it'd be cool. I want all you guys to be in it.
That's all right. Well, I don't speak for the rest of the crew. I'm not going to be in it.
You know what
What is that, Stuttering Gary?
You know what I just found out about John?
Yeah.
He called me Saturday night. He was drunk.
Yeah.
When John's drunk, he's a way worse stutterer than he just couldn't even finish a sentence. And finally, it was like 30 seconds of stuttering and just, I'll talk to you Monday.
John, by the way, just was in court this past week.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I got out of my... Well, actually, I pleaded guilty, but I didn't... it was to a lesser charge.
What was he convicted of this time?
Well,
Well, your original charges were urinating in the park.
Yeah, urinating in the park.
Oh, this is that
but
trial.
the great lawyer Dominic Barber reduced it to, some kind of penal code. It wasn't in the penal code, so it was like a...
You mean he found a loophole?
Yeah, so it was like a minor offense.
A loophole, Robin.
I guess
Who understands?
What was the actual charge?
What?
That should be a Perry Mason episode with guest lawyer Dominic Barbara. He takes Stuttering John into the courtroom and gets he finds out through some obscure research that urinating in the park, there is nothing in the penal
there's no
code.
law against that.
It's in the Peony Code.
Isn't that funny?
The penal code. Yeah. What do you have it reduced to? Illegally watering the grass?
So only $25 I have to pay, yeah.
You pay $25 to the judge? Does it go on your record?
No, and I didn't even pay it. Dominic took care of it.
Dominic paid your...
The lawyer who defended you and then paid.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it was great.
That's unusual.
I do have to say, Dominic is great because I had that ticket for jumping a turnstile, which I didn't do.
Right.
And
which you did do.
I did not do it. It was thrown out of court because the wrong date was written on the ticket. Dominic noticed that right away.
Really?
The wrong date was
But
written.
isn't that unbelievable?
Well, you know what happened? It happened on the 27th of February, and the guy wrote the 28th. And Dominic said, "How can you convict a guy of something of a date that hasn't occurred yet?" And they had to throw it out.
You know, the whole system is
That's why
completely...
we have no cap on this crime.
I mean, really.
Running around in this country.
It's unbelievable. If you have a lawyer who knows what he's doing, he gets you out of anything.
John definitely committed a crime.
He peed in the bushes at the park where people could see. And yet nothing happened to you.
Well, I was behind
Gary jumped the turnstiles in the subway.
Yeah.
That is a dispute.
That is in
That
dispute.
is in dispute. I put the token in.
Yeah.
I went through. The token was still there, so when I got to the other side, I took it out.
How dare you?
Yeah. So in other words, you went through without paying.
I put the money in. It was still there.
Yeah. I want to make a citizen's arrest.
Absolutely.
With the proper date.
Chain him to some more of those people he was chained to.
All right. So Stuttering John's whole thing is what we found for him to do on the show.
You'll be happy to hear that.
That was Chinese.
I just paid a $275 fine in Jersey.
For?
Open beer in public.
When was this?
That's what happened. I didn't want to tell you until I paid it, but the hell with it now. It's a new year.
What happened?
It was stupid, really stupid.
When was this?
This was last summer.
Last
But
summer?
I just paid it now.
What did you do?
I was at a bar and I was being hassled, right?
Yeah.
So, I just...
Why were you being hassled?
Well, not hassled, just everyone was like around and all my friends were there and then the people started
Wait a second. You say you were being hassled in the bar. By who?
Well, some hecklers, some guys coming over just to say what's up. But then
you mean they recognize you?
Yeah, a lot of people.
So, a lot of people were excited that Stuttering John was
But
there.
then it got to the point where it just became, it was just signing autographs the whole night. It was an appearance, and I just wanted to hang out and drink some beers.
It wasn't an appearance.
It wasn't an appearance.
You wanted to hang out at a bar.
Yeah, I had my friends there. They were getting a little annoyed because,
Hey, maybe, Stuttering John's one of those guys who's famous, but he's poor.
Yeah.
And now he goes to a bar and he needs, bodyguards to keep people from signing autographs.
But the places he goes, Howard.
Yeah, right.
I used to say that. All right. So now I'm getting.
You used to say what?
I used to say that I wouldn't mind, as long as I was famous, I wouldn't care about the money, but I'm trying to change my mind now.
Yeah, all right.
You also used to say that you don't mind people coming up to you. And
I know, and I love it, but,
Yeah, you used to make fun of me when I used to get all hassled and bothered, right?
Yeah, but you're afraid of your own shadow when you're out.
I'm not afraid of anything. I just don't like to stand there and sign autographs all day. I can't participate in life. I'm busy appearing everywhere I go. I go to a supermarket, I'm appearing.
But anyway, so I walked out of the bar and I had the beer with me. I put the beer down on the floor. A cop saw me put it down on the street, so he gave me.
Wait a second, I don't get something. You're in the bar. People ask for your order. You're getting hassled, so you decide to leave.
Yeah, we just decided to leave.
You have the beer with you.
Yeah.
You leave with the beer. You're not thinking about it. You want to drink your beer.
No, I just wasn't even thinking about it.
A second you walk outside the bar.
Karen tells me, my girlfriend tells me, listen, it's against law in Jersey to have an open beer outside the bar. So I go, all right. So I put it down on the street.
You put it down on the street.
I put it down. So I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Cop comes over, gives me a ticket.
Did he know who you were?
The one cop did, and he was going to let me off.
Did you explain to him that you were?
Then this other sergeant came over and said, give a boy a ticket, and that was it.
That happens a lot.
Wow,
well, there's one cop that knows you, and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, that happened to me too. I got a speeding ticket, and the stupid cop who pulled me. I'm so nice to the cops. This guy don't know who I am. So I tell him my uncle's on the job. He's a police officer. The whole thing, which is a lie, but.
Yeah, when you're speeding, take your ticket.
Well, now I do. I just take it. What is it?
John's attorney is on the phone.
Oh, Dominic?
Yeah.
Hey, Dominic, this sounds like a Perry Mason episode.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, bloated attorney, Dominic Barbara.
Who is bloated.
He is bloated. Was he big in court?
Like to hear my defense?
He's like Perry Mason in court, isn't he?
He's great. And you know what was funny? All his clients were lined up outside the courtroom. He had 7 people there. He had 7 different cases on the same day.
And
they're all waiting. He's knocking them all off like a...
Would it be fair to call you Fatty Mason instead of Perry Mason?
Would you like to hear my defense?
All right, so what happened? John is pulled in. Obviously, they've got him. He has urinated in public. And yet you, probably with your crack research team, combed the books and you found a loophole.
I can't believe you wasted time on John's case.
Yeah, me neither. I was shocked.
I defend the entire show at all times.
Let me ask you something. I heard something about you. Is this true that you eat breakfast with every client? That's one of your things?
Would you like to hear my brilliant defense?
Go ahead.
I prove that when John took his pants down, there was insufficient evidence.
So you had him pull down his pants in court?
No, I had the officer testify. He saw nothing.
So when the officer got on the stage, he said, "Hey, what is it? Did you actually see his penis?" And then you go, "No." He go, "Of course not. Insufficient evidence." No, come on, tell me something.
Yes?
How is it that you got, I mean, John was caught in the act.
So is Gary.
And so was Gary. How did you get them off?
So were you speeding?
Because the judge is his best friend.
Did Dominic help me with that?
All of you jailbreakers.
No, seriously, how did you get John off?
Can I ask 2 questions?
Yeah.
Am I coming to the Super Bowl party, and can I get a massage?
You never get a massage.
You're-
You're going to come in here and take off your clothes?
You're embarrassed to get into a towel.
I'm embarrassed to have dinner with you.
He can have my spot because I'm definitely embarrassed to get a towel this year.
Can I have Gary's spot? I didn't get one last year.
All right.
Either that or I get to pull my towel like above my waist.
That's what I do. I bring in an extra big fluffy towel. Then the girls can't see
what.
what...
Bathrobe.
Yeah, we're going to bring our robes.
Dominic, you know who's going to massage you this year? Robin.
No, I'm not going to be here,
All
Dominic.
right.
All right. There you go. There's a match.
You'll have to come to my house.
That'll take you a good 4 hours to massage, Robin.
Well, that's why I can't get to work.
Right.
I'm tired.
Dominic, you don't even want to be there because you don't even want to be in a towel, so forget
Because
it.
if Dominic would come and take off his clothes, I'd be here.
Dominic, how did you
Oh,
get...
thank you, Robin.
I want to see that.
Come on, Dominic, how'd you get Stuttering John off?
I'm serious. I had a defense.
What was the defense?
The officer could not see the
All right, thank you.
genitalia.
How did he get you off?
He just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. He said, I don't know what. I think the judge was his best friend.
Oh, is that what it was?
I have a question. The question is, if John pled to a lesser charge, what did he...
No. He was charged under the penal code. They dropped the penal charge, and all he took was a health violation, which is no criminal record, no prints, nothing.
The health violation.
What's the actual violation?
What is the violation?
Urinating on a chipmunk.
All right, very good, Mr. Health. If anybody's have a health violation, it's you. All right, that is, of course, Dominic Barber, bloated attorney. Thank you, Dominic.
Goodbye.
All right, there he is.
Attorney at lunch.
Attorney at lunch. I cut off the guy from Buffalo. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, he's still getting his question
Yeah.
answered.
Anyway, when I come back, I'll play you a sample of Stuttering John's work.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I still have that list to do with you too. You know.
What list? Oh,
list of
okay.
girls,
You can do some of that, but I want to introduce the players
Yeah.
on the show, and then I got to look for girls for the Super Bowl party, and I got a bunch of mail to read. There's a whole bunch of things going on. I don't know if I have time to get to everything.
Oh, okay.
We'll be back right after these words. That's amazing. You're going to buy... Where are you getting money? I don't get it. I know they pay you something for doing this show, right?
They pay me all right. You know. I do,
Yeah.
You know, they pay me a halfway decent salary.
What do you get here? Like 10 grand or something?
No, I get more than that.
Do you?
Yeah. You know, plus you know, like the rec company paid me too. You know.
What'd you get in advance?
Yeah.
So when you signed the
As
contract,
soon as you sign, you get an advance. Yeah.
what would they give you? Like 50,000?
I don't know. You know.
10,000?
No, you know.
Did they give you enough to do something with an album or rent this
Oh, yeah.
rehearsal studio and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Why don't they pay to rent a rehearsal studio?
Well, I guess that's what the advance is all about. You know.
Oh, I see. So in other words, you got an advance, and the first thing you did was get a rehearsal studio.
Yeah, and I've been just getting the band ready to go. You know.
Can't you rehearse in your mom's garage like you always did?
No, I drove it nuts. You know that.
So can't you rehearse somewhere where... I mean, what do you have to pay for a rehearsal studio?
How else am I going to rehearse?
No, I mean, how much do you have to pay?
Oh, $350 a month.
A month?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
And you can go there anytime.
But I can go
whenever.
whenever I want. I have my whole big room, you know.
And I don't understand something. The record company signs you,
Yeah.
and they give you all of the money in advance to produce the album and everything.
No, they just give you an advance for saying thanks for signing with us. Then you also
That's to support you while you prepare for the album.
Then you also have they also have a budget to produce your record and your video. That's their.
How much money do they give you for that?
That's all their problem. Well, you know, it's like a lot of money.
Like how much money can you spend to produce a record?
You could spend like $200,000. I mean, plus
$100,000?
Yeah, plus the video. I don't know how much. You know,
How much money did they budget for the video?
I'm guaranteed a professional video. So
Well, what does that mean?
that means it's got to be a real
How
video.
much? How much money? Yeah, but they can make a video for 10 grand, and they can make a video for 350,000.
No, I'm sure. You know, it'll be a good video. Trust me.
That Tone Loc video only cost $400.
No, it would be. All right, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
Okay, it would be what?
No,
What do you think it'll be?
It would be a real professional video. I'm telling you. I know it will.
You know, you're saying trust me. You trust me. Everything's trust me.
Oh, it's all in, like, I don't know the legalities of all of it.
The legality.
You don't know the legalities?
No, that's it. I'm
surprised.
I'm just wondering if John's aware.
He doesn't know any legalities of it, and I don't even know who negotiated this for him.
I think he did this himself.
He did.
See, I don't know if John's aware.
You did, you dink.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I did, and I have a
Who'd
lawyer.
you go to? Oh, Lord. I don't know who you got. I don't know what you're doing. You think you know so much.
I do not. No, I really don't think
All right.
See, I don't know if John knows. He thinks that...
He bought 3 stocks and he made some money, so now he thinks he knows it.
That's not true. You're telling me that. I don't.
And you're going to buy a house. What are you going to call it? Grace Land?
See, John thinks that the record company's just giving him all this stuff, giving him the video and giving him the money, but I don't know if you realize that if the record hits, they take all that money back.
Of course. They got to recoup. I know all that. I didn't dumb.
What was that?
Yeah, they got to recoup.
Oh. All right. Well, anyway, one of the things that Stuttering John does on the show, in fact, the only thing he does on the show, which he hasn't even done
now,
lately.
he tells me he does a lot. He runs his whole show.
I bet he does.
I wanted to actually go down to the inauguration to do some of these interviews,
Right. But is nobody appearing in New York where you can interview?
No, it's always slow around this.
All right. Here is one that John did with Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr addressed a whole press conference.
Yes. This is one of my favorites.
And John yelled out the following questions to Ringo.
Hi, this is Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show, WXRK, New York, K-Rock.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my God. So tell me, was it easy writing it Don't Come Easy?
It was real easy writing it Don't Come Easy.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a fun question. What did you do with the money?
What money?
Are the money that your mom gave you for singing lessons?
Well, I actually spent it on fish and chips.
All right, thanks, man.
This went out live to 400 stations. That
was early in John's career.
Yeah. What did you do with the money, Ringo?
That's my favorite.
And he did it perfect. What money?
Ringo's your straight man.
Yeah, that was great. Your mother gave you for singing lessons. That's a classic. That is a classic. One of your greatest hits.
I thought for sure I would never get a record deal again when I was doing that.
He always gets upset when you send him out to do Beatles things.
Yeah, he thinks like
those
Ringo.
are his idols.
Like Ringo has some power in the business that could prevent him from getting a record cut. Like Ringo's getting upset.
Oh man, I hated to do that to Ringo.
This is an old-time favorite. You probably saw it on our TV show. This is what John is most known for. It's been most written up. When John interviewed Ted Williams.
Hi, Ted. I'm here from the Howard Stern Show on 92.3 K-Rock. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Congratulations on your illustrious career. And can I ask you, do you wake up every morning and thank God that you don't play for George Steinbrenner?
No, not a bit. I think he's done a lot of good things for this game. When a guy's down, they can criticize all they like. He's been quite a colorful guy in this game. Like I say, you can find some things to criticize about anybody, but I certainly am not one guy to criticize.
Do you know all the words to the national anthem?
No, I wish I did be able. I don't sing.
By any chance, did you ever accidentally fart in the catcher's face?
Pardon?
By any chance, did you ever accidentally fart in the catcher's face?
Who the hell are you? For John's sake, that kind of damn question. See you later.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm here at the baseball card convention. How was that?
Baseball. He's sitting there signing baseball bats.
You know what I just heard on that I never heard before? You can hear one of the fans say to Ted Williams, could you sign 406 on that? That was his batting average.
Poor guy, sitting there, one of the greatest baseball players in the world, and he has to sit there, and really, he's probably making more money now than when he played baseball, signing those stupid bats. I don't sign anything unless I get paid for it. Baseball convention. But, that's wild, huh? And he must sit there and go, look at this. Mediocre players getting $1 million contracts.
And I got to sit here and answer these stupid questions from Stuttering John.
Yeah. Do you know the national anthem? I was like, he heard the fart question the first time. He just couldn't believe it. And then John really gets nervous and starts, like...
He almost can't get it out again.
Yeah. Excuse me, what'd you say?
I
And
dare
then,
you.
just because we're introducing everyone to all the new markets, let me take one more second here and play what I think. Although John's never received much credit for this one, let me play the one that is my personal favorite.
Oh, what's
When
that?
we sent John out to talk to Fred Herman Munster.
Oh.
Fred Gwynn. Fred Herman.
Forget about this one.
Fred Herman Munster Gwynn, who, by the way, in order to fully appreciate this, you must know that Fred Herman Munster Gwynn does not like to be asked questions about the Munsters. He feels that his 2 years on the Munsters almost ruined his career because he considers himself a very serious actor, and that the show so typecast him that it was very difficult to get Hollywood to take him seriously. So in all interviews, he really does not want to be bothered about the Herman Munster character.
He had this beautiful publicist tell me, don't ask him any Herman Munster questions, and then she sat next to me the whole interview.
Right.
You should also point out that he's now an artist.
Right.
And this was at the opening of his art exhibition.
Right. So he's doing all he can to get rid of these Herman Munster questions, and he's already been warned by the publicist. Everyone has told him no Herman Munster, okay? All right.
Okay, do you live in New York?
I live in New York.
Do you live in New York?
I live in New York.
I'm sorry. What do you think of Mayor Concho turning the homeless shelters into makeshift jail cells?
I have a very simple answer for that.
What's that?
I don't think actors should ever get on a soapbox.
Okay.
And what's funny is he sounds like Herman Munster lecturing Lily.
That is Herman.
Yeah. He is. He's a big...
Lily, I don't think.
Yeah. Lily, I don't think actors... You know, down at the morgue, they just fired me, Lily.
Oh, Grandpa.
Grandpa, we need a special potion. So, of course, that was your way of sort of easing into it.
Yeah.
Ex John?
Okay, what? No, do you sign your pictures off Fred Gwynn or Herman Munster?
I'm going to make believe, John, I didn't hear that.
Okay, I guess you don't like talking about...
I didn't say that.
That
That's the way
laugh.
you took the answer, John. No, I have no regrets about Herman. Herman was, but I think as a theater actor, it makes you very sad that your audience, and it takes you a long time to learn this, your audience is 99% pure television. They don't go see the theater. So all those years in the theater, sure, it did me some good, but it didn't do them any good. And actually, I don't go to the theater because it costs too darn much. But that's a whole other question, which you didn't ask me.
Yeah, but like you are in a couple of new films now, right?
Oh, I'll do a film anytime. Have you got a script?
No.
We can work out a deal, John.
Do you see anybody how's Lily? Do you ever see her?
No, I don't. I really don't.
How come?
Well, I don't think she lives in New York.
You ever see Lily? At this point, Fred Gwynn has tears in his eyes. You just see, he was being very polite, but he really, he's been warned 900 times not to talk about Fred Munster.
And he catches it.
Herman Munster.
No?
I don't think so.
And Eddie, anybody? Or?
I don't think Eddie lives in New York, and I don't commute above 4th Street, so...
I'm sorry, I worked with Cheryl 2 days ago. New Jersey show.
I wasn't in New Jersey.
Oh, I'm just saying he was in the area.
Huh?
He was in the area.
Oh, you mean Eddie? Oh, yeah.
Oh, now someone else is...
Somebody else is...
Yeah, this is my friend starts asking him questions with me.
Well, I saw Eddie.
Yeah, I saw Eddie in New York. He's in New York all the time. Like, he worked on this dopey show for 2 years. He's trying to put it behind him. Like, why would he get in touch with somebody he worked with for 2 years?
Oh, I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him for a long time.
Now John and his retarded friend are asking him about Eddie Munster.
He's trapped in a Herman Munster conversation.
Okay, well, of course, everyone's a big fan of like those shows.
Well, that's because you're so young. I have older fans who were fans of Car 54, but you see, you weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
John.
Yeah, I know. Although it is played on Nickelodeon now.
Yeah, I don't have
Nickelodeon. You can't even say the name of the channel. It's Fred Wynn and a retard having a conversation.
Now, are you sitting next to him?
I'm standing...
It sounds like they're very intimate, doesn't it? Like this, I picture them sitting next to one another.
I'm standing next to him, and the publicist is like steam's coming out of their head right now.
Because every time this guy's in a movie, the whole audience goes, Herman! Herman!
The last thing I saw him in was My Cousin Vinny. He was the judge. I go, oh, it's Herman Munster.
You know, and when I saw my cousin Vinny, he was great in it, Fred Gwynn, but I go, you know, that's Herman Munster as the judge. It's great.
Okay, well, so I can't see it. So.
Okay.
So tell me how it is the next time you see it.
Did you have a problem like getting off the green makeup at all?
Do you have a problem getting the green makeup off? So it's like he's being polite and he's endlessly asking questions. Do you sign your pictures Fred Gwynn or Herman Munster? Are you in touch with Lily? And did you have trouble getting the green makeup off?
Yeah, it took quite a while.
I gotta ask these questions. That's why
You do? Why?
Because my boss knows what to.
Okay. That's a good answer, John.
Did you look to see if he had those huge shoes on? Giant boots?
Well, I had to ask him, to me, the most embarrassing questions.
All right, here it is.
Well, he was just giving the Herman Munster laugh.
Yeah. Here we go.
I was gonna say, look down the thing, yeah. Okay, did Vincent Van Gogh ever dress like Frankenstein?
So it's a big painting. The guy's in total agony at this point. Did Vincent Van Gogh ever dress like Frankenstein?
Did you hear John? John knows this is the one. This is the one. And he sighs before he goes, oh.
Did Vincent Van Gogh ever dress like Frankenstein?
Did what?
Did Vincent Van Gogh ever dress like Frankenstein?
I don't really understand the question.
Well, because one time he did.
Did Vincent Van Gogh ever dress like Frankenstein?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't have the foggiest.
Neither do I.
All right, thanks a lot.
You're very welcome, John. Pleasure meeting you.
It's killing me.
You know, John, that Herman doesn't know his own strength. He could have hurt you.
He could have bonked you over the head. I tell you, so that's my personal favorite, all right? That's the one I love the most. There's just nothing better than that question, and after going through all the Herman Munster questions, did Vincent Van Gogh ever dress like Frankenstein?
You know, I never knew that his friend was there chiming in with the Eddie question.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I knew that was my favorite, and I couldn't remember why. But whenever someone says to me, what's the best work Stuttering John ever did, I point out the obscure Herman Munster interview. You know, a lot of people point right away to Ted Williams or
Melvin Marcos is always a big one. And Jennifer Flowers, of course, made him most famous.
Yeah, but people don't understand that his greatest work was Herman Munster.
I see.
And that will go down in history, in my history book anyway.